I have Danny White, the Danny White here. As you now know, that we've been doing this series called How We Met. It's with my writers that I cherish dearly because of how we met. And how you're still part of the family, the InDigi family, and we are actually sitting right in front of my parents, actually on their porch, because
great folks.
Yeah, Danny, Danny lives here in Belmar, New Jersey. He plays out live here. But you want to tell everybody how we met.
Well, right before you started rolling, I was like, I don't even remember how we met. It's been so many years. The Sanzios and Whites have migrated from Matawan, New Jersey.
There we go.
Down to Belmar, New Jersey. So represent Matawan a little bit there. But, we went to the same schools. Your dad had the big salon in Matawan that everybody went to, and everybody knew the Sanzio name on the building. So periodically through the years of school, we'd run into each other, and
you have like a household name here in Belmar now.
The great town of Matawan, through a mutual friend that you knew.
Tiffany Funk.
Tiffany, my dear Tiff, miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back together. I was playing her some new music. She's like, Danny, I love these songs. They're great. You have to meet my friend Nicole. I was like, okay, I'd love to meet your friend Nicole. She's like, yes, maybe you know her. She's from Madeline, Nicole Sanzio. I was like, get out of here. How do you know Nicole Sanzio? Oh, we're best friends. You got to be kidding me. And that is how we reconnected and connected. And that's how I became a member of the InDigi family.
There we go.
Because of Tiffany, really.
Yeah. And I loved your music as soon as I heard it. And then I started doing a little bit more research on you. I was like, oh, shoot. Like, he plays with Bruce Springsteen? Can you tell us about that?
Sure. I can tell you about that.
Occasional appearances with Brucey.
Well, I have to say that waving to your mom, she's the best. Good night, Mom. Well, Bruce, I met through a mutual friend, Bob Benjamin, who was booking shows for me, and he was booking the band, and he also was booking a good friend of Bruce's. He was managing Joe Grishecki from Pittsburgh, who Little Steven produced his first album, and those guys remained friends all throughout the years. Unfortunately, Bob has been afflicted with Parkinson's disease, and at a young age too. He was in his mid-30s when it happened, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was progressing. It's probably like 10 years after he was diagnosed, and he wanted to do something, for Parkinson's, and he threw this concert with his friends. He asked me and my band to play, and Grishecki was going to play, and a couple other people that he booked shows for and worked with were playing, and we did it at the Stone Pony, and, Bruce heard about it and wanted to come down and support. And that was the first night I met him, and, played with him on stage there.
Were there more times after that? Or?
There were. We sort of hit
known
it off.
for like coming up like on stage like out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, I mean Bob was like sent somebody out while I was watching the other bands, and he was like, I don't know what you were talking to Bruce about backstage, but he was like, make sure you get to Danny and tell Danny White to come up and jam with me at the end.
Oh, nice.
And then from then on, I had shows at the Pony, and he came by there to check him out, and all throughout the years, I've played with him on numerous occasions. I don't even know how many.
Yeah.
He's just a great guy. He's been supportive, and in a roundabout way, I ran into somebody associated with John Mellencamp and his whole crew out there in Bloomington, Indiana. And I was invited to go out there and be produced by his co-producer and guitar player, Mike Wanchek. And, Bruce and Metal Camp know each other, so
There you
the
go.
good word was put in as
Yeah.
well, and it just made everything go a little quicker. But
Yeah.
John's band backed me on a handful of songs, and they produced them. And I guess I saw Bruce a little before the whole COVID thing happened. Was the last time
Okay.
that we were really able to hang out.
Let's talk about your music a little bit, because that is what bonded us later on in life. You were somebody I basically was like, he's kind of family, already. All right, let's do a deal with him. So it was kind of quick, but then it took a while to get a placement. And not that anybody, because some people don't even get placements. So you were fortunate that you did get a placement. But do you remember what your first placement was through us?
I want to say the first ones were Olympics, like commercial Olympic.
Was it Olympics Rio?
I feel it might have been.
Oh, it had to be
that.
Rio, yeah.
And then there were some PGA
Yep.
tournament ones. And then there was...
Oh, that was a good one, because that's one that kept repeating every time, like throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah, that did. And, I remember the songs that they picked. And then there was that Tim Tebow interview that
on the Today Show.
Was on the Today Show, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a pretty big spot where, Waiting All Night was played behind his entire interview.
Nice.
And
I gotta find
story.
that. Yeah.
And then the House of Cards, the final season.
That was the bigger one,
Cards, where that was that whole scene where Maybe We'll Be Fine was on the jukebox in the back.
Yeah.
I remember even getting a call for you being like, it's a pretty long one.
Yeah.
You're like, normally they're not this long. This is pretty cool. So that was cool. And
wait, you told me a story about that placement, though, that I want you to talk about.
Since that placement, I had a little baby boy, and he was about a little over a year at that time. So we had a little found money from the House of Cards placement. We're like, let's take him on his first trip. So we took him to one of our favorite spots in Key West, and that was his first vacation.
Yeah.
And
that story can live forever now.
Forever.
Well, as long as
it will live forever, and the pictures from that will live forever. And how exhausted I was having a year and a half little boy. But he was. Remember rolling him down in his stroller on Duval Street, and everybody laughing. I'm like, what's going on? What is this kid doing? I look in there. He's like,
he saw House of Cards.
He knows Spacey's out.
Yeah.
Maybe he can get in. But that was a great placement. Great series. Beautifully shot.
Did you watch the series at all? Before that placement?
Well, I did begin to watch it because a lot of close friends of mine who are into, film and quality shows was like, oh, you got to watch that. And I did begin to watch it, but I began to watch it right when, my first child kind of came along. So I missed the first, so I was going to try and pick up the first 3 seasons. And then,
yeah, but you had season 6, right?
And then you told me about the placement, and I was like, well, I should support this show.
Yeah.
So I did watch the full final season.
Oh, good, yeah.
But that was, again, I mean, can't thank you enough. Your support, you love music, and it shows. And I think everybody, the entire InDigi family knows that. Few people love and respect music as much as you do.
So, thank you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I'm super, super happy that you're still part of the family. So we'll wrap it up, and I thank you again, and I hope to see you again, and hopefully I'll meet the little ones too soon.
Yes, and thank you for everything and being supportive of my music. I appreciate that greatly, and it means more having someone from you're growing up. Yeah, and we're still talking music. So it's great.
There we go.
Yep.
Thank you, darling. Send Carrie my love.
Will do.
All right. Bye.